Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's crack on into it. Morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I didn't listen to your pieces yesterday. I've just seen them in the Pro Education channel. Anything you wanted to summarize from those?
Yeah, it was mainly kind of just talking and giving a reminder a little bit about how to attack these lower volatility sessions, especially when we're at the highs. I especially thought it was a good reminder just because, with the summer months coming up, we may be seeing a lot more of these than we would like.
Mm,
And so it's just very important to recognize that on days like this, one, you want to be even more hyper selective about what you want to engage in. And then secondly, just understand that you may get into something and price doesn't move for quite a bit of time, and so you may just be stuck in a trade for, a few hours and really not much to do at that point besides just having your stop in place and in a place where you want to take profit. So that was just kind of my read again on yesterday's failed breakdown of 75 25 30 area, where we kind of put in a quick morning field breakdown, then put in another double dip field breakdown later. But it just didn't really take off right away for quite some time. So yeah, just a little bit about how to attack these lower volatility sessions because like I said, with the summer coming up, we're gonna probably see a lot more of these sessions. So it's good to just kind of be aware of how they operate and how they move.
yeah, the importance of sizing properly on that one yesterday, and then honoring the stop going below the lowest low. If you did those two things, there was no sweat in that kind of midday trade at all. But if you're oversized and you're having to eat that drawdown uncomfortably, and you weren't comfortable with that, then it made for a pretty uncomfortable few hours there. Um, so yeah, good reminder as ever. Thanks, Mike. All right, so coming into this morning, then again, kind of like yesterday, above all of the pre-planned entries, we are getting a little bit of a sell-off here. We trended higher overnight, and then we poked above. What was that? Monday's high, Monday's holiday session high in the pre-market here, and are selling off a little bit. So um, we do have that kind of ahead of us. Dipping down here, there really aren't any levels. There's a lot of these kind of smaller intermediate lows from this run up from yesterday's low. None of that personally really interests me. Um, this was kind of in the middle of this bit of choppy range yesterday. So personally, I'll be waiting for 75, 16, first support down to trigger. What are your thoughts on some of these smaller lows on the way up yesterday and overnight? Anything interesting you there?
Um, no, I'm gonna be in the same boat as you here, where I'm really just interested in the 75-16 shelf filled breakdown of yesterday's, which was essentially the lows of yesterday.
Mm,
That's really the first thing down. I'm not gonna bother engaging with anything up here. I still have my runner from yesterday as well, and so yeah, nothing too high quality really jumps out to me until we hit at 75-16 mark. So I'll be waiting on that. And then obviously, below there, we have quite a bit of empty space. So if we are able to sell below the prior day low here, there is quite a bit of empty space up until really the next level of interest, and that would kind of be that 74, 82, 85 area. And so yeah, if we do get below there, let ES sell a little bit and see if we can get down to that 82, 85 spot.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be good to sell if we get down there for sure. With the 16 and 18, there's a couple of different lows here. We've got the low of day at 17.25, and then there's one at 18.25, and another one above here at 22. For me personally, I just gonna look for that 18 to recover and probably look for an entry above there, and ideally have a decent sweep on that one, down to that 75.03 per the newsletter, which is that dash brown line on my chart here. That line kind of coincides with the bear case as well. Adam's noting if we do fail under that 75.02, 75.03, 7500, then we should get a reasonable sell beneath that, and that brings us to your 74.85 level. Not a super clear low, but that's just kind of the end of day low from last week that we've rallied from since. So yeah, those are the first two levels of interest. A couple here which have been removed from yesterday's trade plan, which I've got just dashed on mine, but I've left them on there just of interest because there are significant lows, 74.79 and then 74.69. But those aren't in the trade plan today, so the next level beneath the 74.85 is the 74.58, which is really a back test of the breakout of this multi-day range we were in. So looking for that to defend and recover. It's slowly grinding down into it. You can potentially bid that directly, but for me, I'll be waiting for that to flush and recover. But yeah, long way to get down there. Let's see if we can at least get down to the 16, 18 to start with. As ever, I think there's still pretty high headline risk. Especially with us being fairly well extended up here. That can come at any moment. So yeah, watch out for that. So yeah, I think that's fairly clear. The trade plan today. Let me just zoom out and kind of sketch them on there.
Yeah, the other thing just to kind of note, and one of the reasons why I'm not too interested in a long until 75, the 75.16 shelf, is we did sort of put in a failed breakout of the highs here, and so generally longing right immediately underneath it can be a little bit riskier. As you can start to see a little bit more of downward pressure. So because of that, I'm going to kind of let ES, sell off a little bit if it needs to. And so yeah, we'll see what we can get here. If we're able to put in a failed breakdown here at the PDL, or if we need to kind of sell off a little lower and head down the levels. So hopefully we can get some good volatility today. If not, we'll be kind of stuck back into kind of the similar approach of yesterday with how to attack that lower volatility regime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a good caution to note there. And then this 75.48 is a fairly major support and resistance level that we bounced real hard off an hour or so ago, but now we're just starting to lose that, it looks like. So yeah, okay guys, so be careful out there. Any questions, hit us up in the chat, and other than that, we'll see you in the Discord. Actually, just a real quick note, I'm going to be out all of next week, so we'll figure something else out for these pre-market streams next week. All right, with that, catch you guys later. Bye for now.